So had you stopped telling people if you're a virgin or not?
Yeah, I don't talk to people about that.
Yeah. And have you ever done that? Talk to people about that?
Yeah, girlfriends.
And what made you do it with them?
Because it's like the culture. It's so normal to, the culture calls it normal to just discuss that and be open about it. And like you said, bragging about it.
Yeah. But it's not normal.
No.
You sitting around with a bunch of lonely women trying to find a man, and they're never going to find a man to lead them because you're not supposed to be looking for a male. It's naturally for a woman to want to get married, want a family, and there's a right kind of naturalness there. So if you get it, it'll work out, but if you doesn't, that's fine too. Isn't that amazing? Are you married?
No.
You been married?
I'm trying to wrap my head around the fact that it's fine if it doesn't happen.
You trying to wrap your head around it?
Yeah, because it's just not happening. So I'm like, okay, I have to just accept that this is okay.
And have you been looking for it?
No.
And so, do you doubt it will happen? Will you say you're trying
Yes,
to
I doubt it.
And why?
Because I don't go out and meet people at all.
Beautiful.
And so it's just not going to happen.
But do you think you have to go out and meet someone for it to happen?
No, I think a man should seek out the woman.
Right.
And have the courage to like say, hey, let's go to dinner. Because I feel like men are just scared to like ask you on a date in person.
Yeah, and why is that? You're right about that.
Why are men scared? That makes me think about your biblical question, why are you afraid of negotiating? So they're afraid of the rejection. Like, oh, if she says no, then that's worse than not asking.
I did not know how bad it was with men be afraid to ask a woman out for a date until I started this organization, Bond. I didn't, because when I was growing up and my uncles and friends and everybody, I never heard anyone say, I'm scared to ask a woman for a date. That doesn't even, what are they afraid? Mama. They're afraid of mama's spirit. That's what it is. Isn't that amazing?
Yeah.
So you don't go out at all?
No.
You just stay home and cook?
Yes.
And why did you get to that point?
I lived in LA 7 years. I'm in Louisiana now, where I'm from. And
You live in that white part of town that broke off from the blacks?
yes, very
Oh, you do?
deliberately. Yep.
Wow. Congratulations.
I couldn't survive New Orleans, so I went to the country.
Nice. But anyway, so why did you just decide to get away from all that?
Because I've been through a lot. Men have hurt me really badly. And I was like, okay, I'd rather just be a nun. I actually read a book about like a monk, I guess, in Italy starting a convent, or what's it called for a monk, a monastery? And I was like, okay, I'm doing that.
So you're a monk?
Alone, yeah.
You a monk?
Yeah.
Oh.
I watch this church every Sunday for like 2 years now.
So you're visiting here right now from Louisiana?
Yes.
Oh, welcome.
Thank you.
And so, how it feel what did you do wrong before you finally decided I'm letting all this go? What did you learn about you that caused all these guys to use you? What
To
were you
be
wrong?
honest, I can answer that pretty easily. I was greedy for money. And so it was just like, oh, get with the guy so that he pays for stuff. And I would like the guy. It wasn't just like purely the money thing. But it was like, I got married for 1 year. That was about money and divorced. And then another guy here in LA. And it was just, it led to hell. To prioritize it that way instead of like, I'm looking for a husband. It was like, I'm looking for a come up.
Oh, I see. And were you trying to control them?
Not consciously, but I guess so.
Yeah. Were they able to lead you at all? Like, have, like, really questions to answers? I mean, answers to questions you might have about...
Not in a real way.
I noticed that most men can't even make a decision as to what cafe to go to. The girl like, okay, we're going to the cafe? Yeah, we are. Where you want to go? And she said, well, you make the decision. No, you make the decision. No, where you want to go? Wherever you want to go. Get out of the car when that happens, ladies. You would a mom and baby boy. Amazing. So what have you learned about yourself since then? since now that you're working on you?
Well, it was, a revelation that you say women our nature is evil. And it's like, it's naturally going to be that way until you overcome it.
Right.
And so that was a big, like, reveal about myself, was like, oh, I've been evil. I've been, like, actually, like, causing harm.
Yeah. And bringing it up on yourself, too.
Yeah.
Right on. So are you, any questions about anything?
Yeah, it's
You
unrelated.
came along. What?
Yes, I have a question, but it's unrelated to this.
Okay.
When you talk about the difference between thoughts that are lies and practical thoughts, right now I have like a series of issues, like, money, whatever. And I'm like, well, the practical thoughts are driving me crazy, because it's like the practical decisions that I'm having trouble with. It's not like a voice in my head like, you're ugly. It's like, you're not going to be able to pay bills. And so I struggle with the difference between like lying thoughts and practical thoughts of like, then you have to do this for things to work out. Things aren't working out.
I don't understand. the
Okay.
question.
Let me think about how to ask it. I'll try again later.
Okay. So you want to know the thought, the difference between a practical thought and a crazy thought?
Yeah, like when it's the practical thoughts that are like causing fear and anxiety.
A practical thought cannot cause fear and anxiety.
Okay.
It's only the crazy, non-practical thoughts, the illusion thoughts that causes fear and anxiety. Let's say that your rent is due, right?
Right.
And right now you don't have enough money to pay the rent or even the whole rent. It's not a practical thought just telling you you're not going to be able to pay it.
Okay. I guess that is what I'm struggling with. It's like you're not going to be able to pay it, and then, I don't know, it just causes panic.
Because if you were not lost in the illusional thoughts, you would see how to get up and go make some extra money some kind of way. You know, get a little second job or get overtime at work or something. You will practically see what to do. There is no fear in practical thoughts at all. So if you're having fear, you're lost in your head and don't realize it.
Okay, well, that's helpful.
That make sense?
Yeah.
Because that's the devil telling you, oh, you don't make enough money, you're not going to be able to do this or that, and blah, blah, blah.
Right. Okay, I'll consider that.
So now,
I'll consider that, like, next time it happens.
what do you, if you can say, what are you worried about right now?
It is money. Like, I bought a house, and now I'm deciding if I want to sell and move. Because, like I said, I'm in the country, so I can't get, like, a high-paying job that covers all the bills. It's a complicated story, but that's
Do
about it.
you have a job period?
No, not now.
And why don't you get, how did you get the house before you get the job? How did you get, yeah.
I did lose my job.
Oh, you had the job?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Right.
And now it's telling you that you won't be able to pay the note.
Right. Like, should I move somewhere that I can get a higher paying job?
Or get a second job, have two jobs. You have kids?
No.
Or to get two jobs.
It's just where I live, it wouldn't cover my bills. Because it's like $15 an hour at a dollar store. It's like a very small town.
So you can make $15 an hour at two different stores.
Yeah, I suppose so.
You hadn't thought of that?
Well, it's just a lot of decisions. Like, see, I was an intellectual too. I did the college thing. I wanted like a great job. And I'm kind of humbled now of like, okay.
So you can get a job in your town, right?
Well, there's just not a lot available. What is available is like low paying.
Is what?
Low paying, like a coffee shop.
So you can get a low-paying job.
Yeah, I can.
So it's not that you can't get a job.
Well, okay, and that's only become an issue because of health problems. So I was like struggling with fatigue, health thing, and then I couldn't work. But that's kind of over now. That's taken care of. So
What's a fatigue health thing?
like really sleepy due to health problems.
So you're lazy. No.
Brain damaged.
You worrying too much. So you're better with that now? That's gone?
Yes.
So get 2 jobs. Don't work. Don't be trying to get a fancy job with your little degree.
Yeah.
That's ego.
I know. That's what I'm thinking.
You want to get the house note paid, the bill paid, right? Get 2 jobs, and don't be too proud, and be grateful, and then this thing just start to work out for you. And don't worry about what people are gonna think. Oh, she has a degree, and she's over at McDonald's working.
No, I'm so past what other people think.
So get 2 jobs.
Yeah.
Get 3 jobs if necessary.
All right, I'll try.
That make sense?
Yes.
And so that's practical thinking right there. But the devil got you thinking you're not going to be able to pay the bills, so you're not doing practical thinking. You're now worrying. And he's telling you, sell your house,
Right.
freak out,
Yeah.
go back to wherever. And you'll believe in that. Those are not practical thoughts.
Okay.
That make sense?
Yeah, it does. I mean, at a certain point, some people do lose their house, and it's practical to just take care of that, you know.
I'm sorry?
Well, I was just, I don't know, nothing.
What?
Just that it, you know, if it came down to losing my house, then there would be a practical way of thinking about that. Like, okay, not emotionally attached to the house, just have to let it go.
Right, don't be attached to anything.
Yeah.
If you do have to let it go, but don't be thinking about letting it go. Can't you get a tenant and rent a couple of rooms out?
That's an option.
See, you're freaking out, worried about the other stuff. The answers are always right here, right now, but you're in your head worried about losing it, what's going to happen, this happening,
Yeah.
I got to move, should I move back to wherever? And so you're not seeing all the answers right in front of you. Because you could get a couple, is it 2-bedroom or 3?
It's actually 3-bedroom.
Get 2 tenants for each bedroom.
Yeah, maybe.
There are ways out. Don't be thinking of losing the first, that's not a practical thought.
Okay.
That's a fear thought, which is not of God.
Yeah, that's how it feels. It just feels like fear. Nothing's getting done.
Anything that is of fear is not of God.
Okay.
God does not give you fear at all. He tells you to be still so you can see how to overcome all things. Don't overreact. Are you doing the silent prayer?
No, I was, and then
What a beta.
now I'm suffering. Suffering again.
So why don't you just suffer that? And no wonder you run around crazy.
Yeah.
Why not do the prayer so you could be conscious?
I don't know. There's no excuse other than just you don't feel like it, and it's laziness, and you're just going to cook breakfast instead of praying.
Well, then you deserve to suffer because you're one with the devil.
Okay.
An unconscious person is one with the devil. You got to put this seeking the kingdom first before anything.
Okay.
And you'll be surprised how life will just work out. It really will. But you got to be serious about seeking the kingdom. Not freak out serious, but put it first in your life.
Yeah, I agree.
So you ain't got no man, you ain't got no job. The man you had with the money, he gone.
Yeah.
And you didn't rip him off. No, I'm playing. Do the silent prayer and work on you, and things will be fine. And
Okay.
if you have fear, just always know fear is not from God. It's not practical at all.
Okay.
Any other question?
No, not now.
Does it help?
Yes.
It makes sense?
Yes.
If you ain't got no money, how you get here?
I had a job like to come out here. I was someone's personal assistant.
Oh, okay.
So yeah.
Nice.
Just an old friend.
Start a new day. Go back to the prayer. Forget about yesterday. Don't think about tomorrow, and live today and watch how things work out.
Okay.
And when you get back home, go and get you whatever job you can get, no matter what kind it is. and live your life and don't worry about what people think, the kind of work you do and all that crap.
Okay.
And don't be too proud to get $2 or $3 for now so you can pay your bills, pay off all those bills or whatever you do with them.
Yeah.
And you'll be fine. All right?
Okay.
That makes sense?
Yes, it does.
So do you understand practical thoughts now a little better?
Yes.
What you don't understand about it?
Well, it's kind of like it'll just have to be put into practice, like when it happens. Like if I'm trying to sell furniture and it's not selling and I'm like, where's the furniture going to go? You know, I'll have to just like put it into practice when it happens.
As it's happening, that's right.
Right.
All right? Amazing.